Yes, I have had patients with both an eating disorder diagnosis and a cancer diagnosis. If someone is suffering from an eating disorder diagnosis, I usually recommend a referral to a registered dietitian who specializes in eating disorders. That dietitian would be the one to help best in the situation, because many times it is the eating disorder and behavior that is the most important part to focus on in order to encourage and support adequate nutritional intake during and after a cancer diagnosis. And if you would like to speak with an eating disorder dietitian, I recommend you find one that has the initials CEDRD after their name. It stands for Certified Eating Disorder Registered Dietitian. CEDRD. And these dietitians undergo specific training where they are supervised in that field. They complete a certain amount of hours with the ED population. In order to even apply for this certification, they have to have letters of reference to support that application and more. You're also more than welcome to find a dietitian that is an eating disorder specialist that maybe doesn't have those credentials after their name, and they might be working towards that credential. This is a really great question, and I think it would be absolutely amazing to have dietitians specialize in both. Technically, any registered dietitian could help with either a cancer diagnosis or the eating disorder diagnosis, but there's limited diagnosis-specific training until you really get to specialize. So we all get a little training, a little bit of education in all of the different disease states, and then we kind of choose our path that we want to specialize in. So for nutrition and cancer versus nutrition and eating disorders, there are very, very unique fields, and they require different skill sets. So I do recommend that you connect with either type of registered dietitian and see if they are comfortable supporting you with both diagnoses. Just let them know. And if they are not for any reason, they can always refer you to somebody else who is specialized in what you need. And you can always see both, right? You could get the cancer nutrition recommendations from the oncology dietitian and then see your eating disorder dietitian to work on implementing those, or maybe to work on the behavioral changes to best support your individual needs. And another important thing to note here is to find a provider that you like, one that you trust, and one that you are comfortable with. And I encourage you to meet with different ones and see who supports you the best in what you do need.